What's up, guys? This is episode 3. I'm Adam, and you're watching Study Invest. So this episode is for Canadian investors, and I'm going to explain to you why your TFSA is your best friend and what you can do to make sure your best friend doesn't hate you and stops talking to you forever. And I'm going to give you a tip that could potentially save you a lot of money. Alright, so your TFSA stands for Tax-Free Savings Account. It's a program that began in 2009, so any income you earn in this account, whether it's the share price going up or you're getting dividends, is tax-free. I don't know what it says generally why, but essentially it's tax-free even when it's withdrawn. So this is your best friend. You don't have to pay any taxes on anything that you make in this account. Pretty awesome. However, there are a lot of rules. Obviously, they're not going to give you free reign that any income you get is going to be free. Generally speaking, guys, we get about $5,000 a year, but as you can see, not every year is different. Some years we got an extra 500, and these 2 years we got 10,000 this year. 2020 was 6,000 as well. They just haven't added it to the website yet. Your TFSA is a registered plan, which means that it is regulated by the Canada Revenue Agency. Right now, I think they got hacked a few days ago, so you can't log in right now, but this is what it would look like. So what you do is you sign in using your online banking, and then what they do is the first time you try to log in, they send you an access code through the mail, like physical mail, and then once you get that code, you enter it here just for identification purposes, and then afterward you can log in once they come up, once their disruption is no longer temporary, and you can log in and then you can check your contribution limit over there. So you've saved up, you have some money to invest. So whichever bank you're with in your checking account, you want to deposit into your TFSA. You want that money to increase over time, and you want to withdraw it and not pay taxes on it. Good plan, right? So how do we do that? We're going to deposit some money. So once your money is now in your TFSA, you can do whatever you want with it. And what most people do is they're going to buy stocks. And now you have Apple, you have Google, and then let's say you hold them for 20 years, and then after 20 years they're worth much more, and then you withdraw them, and then it's tax-free. Great. However, there are rules, unfortunately. So you're allowed to buy and sell whenever you want. If you want to sell it and put it back into your checking account over here, you can do that, no problem. You can sell these and withdraw them back into your checking account, no problem. However, you can't contribute that amount back into your TFSA until January 1st of the next year. So be very careful when you're depositing and withdrawing within your TFSA, because everything's accounted for. The big tip I want to tell you guys about is I actually made this mistake to a slight degree when I first started, and I'm happy it was only to a slight degree because this is something you don't really think about until it actually happens, and then by that time it's too late. All right, so let's assume that your contribution limit is $50,000, and so you're going to put in, let's assume each one of these money bags is $10,000, okay? So you put $10,000 in it, and then you're going to put that money into a super risky stock. Now let's just say the worst happens and you do end up losing most of your money. The stock plummets, and then you lose 80% of your investment, and now you only have $10,000 left. And so you're like, I hate the stock, I don't want to be a part of it, I'm going to sell it. So now you're sad, you lost $40,000, but take this in, that's not even the worst part. What could arguably be worse, because you can always, money comes and goes, right? But what makes it worse is that you don't get your contribution limit back. Meaning that $50,000 that you had to contribute tax-free is now limited to $10,000. Let's say you withdraw that money for whatever reason, you need it for something, and you want to contribute it back. You don't get that $50,000 back. You only get $10,000. So what took 10 years to accumulate $50,000 worth of contribution room is now $10,000. So you would have lost about $40,000 worth that would have been invested, gaining you tax-free profits. So make sure when you're buying, you're aware of the risk and you're comfortable with it as well. And thanks for listening, guys. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video.